Alright everyone, we've probably seen a lot of the Nations League World Cup qualifiers and whatnot over the past few days. And we've seen some good performances from, say, the likes of Dean Houston. Made his international debut, came on as a sub. I think he started last night. Set up a Yamal with an absolutely incredible pass. And it just made me think. And looking at some of the stuff about some of the younger players that we could sign, but we'd have to prearrange a transfer for. And now, we have Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards at the club. They came in July, so they've had July, August, September. There's 3 months. October, November, December. Oh, we're into 6 months. January, February, March. This is their 9th month now, okay? 9th month. And I appreciate they couldn't do much in the summer because they were just finding their feet. Slot was just finding his feet. Players were coming back from international duty and requirements at various times. It was a very unsettled start to a pre-season, but that's not unusual for a pre-season after international football tournaments. But they've been in the job nearly a year now, and we have no idea what's happening with Trent. Okay? It does look like he's going. If he's going, can somebody please tell the fans what the hell is going on? Right? If we've seen like all the speculation and we saw the performance against Man United, and at the moment he's injured, so it's not going to affect any performances because he's not playing. We've got Mo Salah. Can we just have some honesty from somebody and tell us what the hell is going on with Mo Salah? He has got, let's have a look at his overall stats for this season, okay? Just bear with me one moment. Oh, I can't type. Let's have a look at his stats, okay? He has played a total of 3,696 minutes in all competitions, right? And then I'll break down all of this for you. He has played 43 games. He has scored 32 goals. He has got 22 assists. Now let's look at this a bit deeper. Premier League, 29 games, 27 goals, 17 assists in 2,575 minutes. Champions League, 3 goals, 4 assists in 9 games in 809 minutes. The Carabao Cup, 5 games, 2 goals, 1 assist, 312 minutes. Look at those numbers. He is by far the most prolific striker attacking player in the country. Okay? Tell me a player playing in England today producing better numbers. And he can't get a contract. Why is he not getting a contract? If you think he's too old, he may drop off. Then why are the club not saying something? Oh, we believe he might sign. Oh, it's rumoured he might sign. I don't want rumours. I want information. I want to know what is going on. Do we have to replace him in the summer? Yes. No. Surely the manager needs to know if he's needs replaced in the summer. After all, it's him that's going to be taking charge of the team next season. Arne Slot needs some information, unless Arne Slot already knows. Virgil van Dijk, our captain. Yes, our captain. No contract. So we could this summer lose our captain and our vice captain. What the hell are you doing, Hughes and Edwards? I mean, yes, I gave you a pass over the summer, but we're coming up to... It's the 24th of March. We're a week away from April. And we're still no further forward with the flaming contracts. I'm sorry, but... Are you planning to get rid of them? Because I'll tell you now, tell me a player in Europe now that is matching Mo Salah or bettering Mo Salah for goals and assists for a campaign. On the right wing. Not striker, right wing. I'll have to think about that one. No, we can't. So, we got Virgil van Dijk. One of the world's best centre-backs at this moment in time. Why can't he get a contract? Do you want rid of him? If you want rid of him, at least be honest about it. I mean, even Virgil van Dijk's come out and said he doesn't know what's going on. He's willing to wait till the end of the season to run it down if needs be. It's causing uncertainty. Fans are getting nervous and worried. That comes over to players. It's just a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. And I look back to January. We were monitoring Kvaratskhelia. We were interested in him. Did we try and sign him? Did we? Hell, no. We monitored and watched PSG swoop in, and then he was a key factor in the first leg in giving us the runaround, and he was a contributing factor for us getting knocked out of the Champions League. Well done, Richard Hughes! Yay! For fuck's sake. Well done, Michael Edwards. There was reports from Nunez leaving, apparently linked with Saudi. There's been claims about which club it was and that he wanted to go. It's clear he doesn't fit Slot's style. But we did absolutely jack. We monitored Mamouche. We monitored... I'm going to have to look at this kid's name. Because we monitored him. And let's have a look when the website loads. Don't you just love it when a website just will not load? I'm sure they brought somebody in. Stefanos Simias. Right, let's have a look at him. Where are you? Stefanos Simias. Greek footballer. Okay. And he's at Nuremberg because he's carried on his loan from Brighton. Now, if we put Liverpool next to his name. Liverpool were linked with a move with Greek striker Stefanos Tsitsipas, who was on loan at FC Nürnberg from PAOK, but the club didn't pursue a deal. Liverpool stance reports the merge that we had. I mean, Liverpool FC.com had an article on this watch. That's from the Echo. But we were linked with strikers. We needed rid of Darwin Núñez. We were linked with Marmoush. He went to Man City. I don't know if we were linked with Tell, but he went for Spurs. I don't know if we were linked with Moani, but he went to Juventus. And we could have even loaned Vlahovic. We could have attempted to get him on a 6 month loan, sorted the problem permanently in the summer, and got rid of Darwin Núñez. He wanted to go, but he went, no, you can't go. So the club didn't want him. He wanted to go, but you still wouldn't get rid of him anyway. It's just frustrating. And now, another thing that's really annoyed me recently. Chelsea have just done some pre-transfer news for, I think it's Asuga and Coenda. So they've got them in, I'm assuming, for next season and the season after. But they've arranged the transfer. They've been proactive in the market. We've been monitoring Dean Houston for weeks, months. He's burst onto the international scene, shown how good a player he really is. And we're probably still going to monitor him even though he goes to flaming Real Madrid, say. And then when we decide we do want him, we decide to pull out because he'll probably cost like 100 million. We've monitored Kirkers. We could have arranged a deal for this summer. It's looking, all intents and purposes, he's going to leave Bournemouth in this summer. Same with Dean Houston. Why can't the club do something? Be proactive for once. Oh, they did. They bought Georgi Mamadashvili. But it was a position, did we need, don't we need? Possibly did, because we don't know what's happening with Alisson and the injuries are a concern. But it wasn't the move the fans wanted at the time. I'm happy he's coming in. We need a good quality players, but would that money have been better spent elsewhere for this moment in time? I don't know. We bought Chiesa. Yes, we know there's problems with his condition, so he's reported he struggles to sleep and it wasn't picked up on his medical or wasn't declared in his medical. Yet he looks sharp when he comes on. He looks raring to go when he comes on. And he's given 0 time. Otherwise, we bring him on in the cup final and he's the one who looked the most likely scoring a goal and did. All of a sudden Endo gets minutes. Harvey Elliott gets appearances once in a blue moon, scores a goal. Always seeing players that don't really have a future at the club. It's just annoying. It's really absolutely annoying. We're not proactive in the market really to an extent. I've done 2 videos on 2 youngsters, one from Georgia, one from Ecuador. If we're really serious and want the top players of the future, why can't we agree a transfer now, today, for say 2026, and the other one would be 2028, and then we could still loan them out, give them first team football, let them learn and develop at a club we feel would benefit their careers, instead of them going to a Barcelona or a Real Madrid and then having to pay 50, 60, 70 million down the line. Why aren't we proactive in doing that? Chelsea would be, Man City would be. Man City bought a Brazilian defender for the future. We'd have monitored it. It's an absolute joke. Let's just say players linked, young players linked, and they're never seen again in the links. Or we see players of high value linked. I'd be trying to get Dean Hughson. If I was looking for a defender for the future, I'd be trying to at least get Dean Hughson tied down. And even if you turned around and went to Bournemouth and said, okay, what we'll do, we'll sign him, but we'll sign him for, say, summer of 26. We can have one more season at Bournemouth, so he gets more game time. Unless Van Dijk is going, and then you'd get him for now. But no, I don't expect him to come. I expect him to end up at somewhere like Real Madrid because the club don't take action. What we have with FSG, and it's annoying and I don't like it, and it's, we will buy a player to sell for a profit. Alright? We don't we wouldn't buy a player like that Sabah Karabashvili, is it? I think that's his name. But he's the Georgia left back I did a video on. We won't buy him to bring in when he turns 18 and let him develop, learn, grow, and mould him into the player that he should be, and then to be the next step in that position. No, we'd buy him for say 10 million. We'd loan him out for a couple of years and then sell him for 20 million. That's what FSG would do. It's the wrong model, I think. It's not a model to succeed long term. Yes, you're making money and it improves your profit and sustainability, but you need success on the pitch to also improve that. And if we're not buying the right players or buying players to buy and sell, that affects the chances of success. I'll take the contracts again. Oh my god, I'm going to have to talk about these contracts. They're doing my head in. How much will it cost to replace Mo Salah? Okay? Mo Salah is going to need 2 players to replace him. Even if you've got a £50 million winger and a £50 million striker, there's £100 million there. you'd recoup maybe 70 million of that from Darwin Núñez. So you'd be 30 million out of pocket there. Alright? And then you'd have maybe, say the wages. Mo Salah you'd save, what is it, 350k a week? So it's 3 point. So what is it? His wages would be 30, that would be 35, 42 million a year. Is that right? 3.5 mil, 300, no, it wouldn't be. That's tough. Wouldn't be that. Let's work his wages out. Sorry, I'm just in a bit of a... Right. 18.2 million a year. Okay? And you're going to have to replace those wages on somebody else on top of a transfer fee and a signing on fee. I don't think it's the way to go. If you wanted to sell him, the best time to sell him would have been when Saudi came in with 150 million. But we couldn't replace him at the time because of the window. But they didn't come in last summer, surprisingly enough, because they knew he had a year left. He doesn't want to go to Saudi anyway, supposedly. It's just, I don't know anymore with this club. And another thing I don't like. Man City. Much as we can hate them, much as we can contest all these charges and everything, but the owners will invest because they want to win. They want to come first. FSG want to come in the top 4 because it makes money. They're not cared about winning the league. That's a bonus. We're Liverpool. I'm sorry, but winning the league should not be a bonus. Winning the FA Cup should not be a bonus. Go back to a quote from Bill Shankly if you finish first, you are first. If you are second, you are nothing, I believe is the quote. I wonder what he'd make of FSG. I don't think he'd like it. I don't think he'd like the game as it is now. I think the game in 2025, if he could see it, would disgust him. But we're stuck with it because they have a 97% stake in the club, with Dynasty actually have 3%. 40% of that is actually John Henry. He can splash the cash to go around, to send his yacht around the world. Oh, he can send it to Germany, he can send it to wherever. But we don't splash the cash on the transfers. If we hadn't had to rebuild the midfield last year because we lost Jordan Henderson, we lost Fabinho, we lost Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, and we lost James Milner, do you think Szoboszlai, McAllister and Endo and Gravenberch would have come in? No. Would have probably plugged away with Endo, Fabinho and Milner. We would have just carried on. We will slowly become a laughingstock because we don't buy anybody. And we had this argument in January, but we don't need to buy. We're in 4 competitions. 4 became 3 because Plymouth knocked us out of the FA Cup. 3 became 2 because PSG knocked us out of the Champions League. 2 became 1 because we didn't turn up in the Carabao Cup final because the squad was absolutely knackered because we didn't invest in January. And because we're absolutely knackered, people are worrying about the league. And do you blame them? I don't. Sorry, but FSG are... I think one of the best things we could get would be FSG to sell up, pack the bags, and get the hell out. Get us some owners who actually care about the club, care about the fans, because FSG bloody well don't. Oh, but yes, they've strengthened the stadium and they got us in a financial stable footing. Blah blah blah. That's not where the match is played. That's not where the game's played on a pitch. If we struggle on the pitch, the fans aren't going to come to the stadium. If we struggle on the pitch, the fans are less likely to want to come. Then what is the point of all the spanking new facilities if we're not getting the players and fans in to use them all? It's something that's been on my mind since I did the last FSG thing and Hughes and Edwards. I can't hold them responsible for the summer, but by God, January. I mean, going back to January. Oh, we didn't sell Darwin because there wasn't a striker available we wanted. Well, who the hell do you want? You monitor everybody from here to New Zealand. You monitor this, monitor that, monitor here, monitor there, monitor everywhere. But you don't do anything. We may as well be called Monitoring FC. You'll never monitor alone. Oh. And then I'll look at comments on, like, say, Gareth's Cup out to Anfield or Martin's Red Roller LFC when we mention players. And it'll be, oh, we won't get them because we won't pay the wages. Why won't we pay the wages? What? We are meant to be a big club. Surely going for the likes of, say, Nico Williams or Isak. Surely a club of that stature should be saying these are the type of calibre of players we want in. No. It'll be bloody Callum Wilson and somebody from bloody Stockport or something like that. It'll be, oh, we bought players in, and we'll go, who, and who. We'll get some 17-year-old kid from France we've never heard of. We'll get some 18-year-old kid from Spain we've never heard of. And they may be good. Who knows? But it's what the data will say we need. If you look at the suspected players going out, we need a left back, we need a Milas Kirkes, we need a Aït-Nouri. Centre backs, we need a Bastoni, we need a Dean Huijsen, we need an Antonio Silva. Right back, we need a Frimpong or the like. Centre midfield, we could do with a Zubamendi or a João Gomez. Up front, we could use a Jamie Gittins or a Yildiz or a Nico Williams. Up front, we could use a Isak or Shesko. Right wing, we could use a Shirky or the likes of Rafael Leao or we could use players to strengthen the squad. We could use a good squad. I don't think you take the second choice players out. Put the second choice players in. We are close to anywhere near a title winning team. I just would expect some more quality. I don't think some of them are good enough. And we didn't strengthen in January, as we know, and now we have no right backs available. We didn't think about, Trent might be going. Let's bring in a right back now to integrate him into the squad. So when Trent goes, he's here ready to kick on. But no. Let's stick with Trent. Bradley's injured. Let's stick with Trent. Oh, Trent's injured. What do we do? Quansah. Oh, God's sake. And there's no guarantees Bradley's going to be a player that can stay injury free. Maybe he can, but at the minute he's had a few injuries, and so we may need two right backs in the summer. If we bought one, we'd only need one. You know? Oh, I've had enough. I love this club to pieces, but my God, they do my head in at times. Well, the owners do my head in. So if you want a summary, FSG, you need to get out, sell up, get owners in who care about the club and the fans. Jurgen Klopp said when he arrived, I want to turn you from doubters to believers. He did. Now the belief is turning into doubt because FSG don't seem to have a clue what they're doing. And there was another phrase we saw in the Klopp here. What is it? This is Liverpool. We are Liverpool. This means more. What? More money for John Henry? Yeah. More money for FSG's pockets? Yeah. More money on the team? Doesn't look like it. I'm just fed up. I don't know, maybe it's a hangover from PSG and a cup final. And then we can't get straight back on the thing and carry on because we've had an international break and that's dragging on. Maybe it's that as well, I don't know, but the club's doing my head in. Absolutely furious. Just why can't they do the decent thing by the club and the fans? You know? What was the point of bringing Dynasty Equity on board? If they're not going to sell the club, say, what benefit are they to the club? Right? If there's no proposed sale, what benefit do they give us? I don't know. I'm not a financial guy. I don't know who they are. Apparently they've got links for Saudi and whatnot. Great. Whoopie-doo. It's not helping us at the minute. I don't see any Saudi multi-billionaires coming and saying, right, we're going to buy the club. We want you to win. Here's a 500 million war chest. For example. I don't see it happening. Yeah. Fedway Sports Group. Flaming stingy gits, more like. I'm just done with the club at times. It's hard to support them when you feel like there's no hope. Maybe it is the hangover from the cup final and it's just the first chance I've had to really proper rant over the owners. But we were bullied, second class. This would be title 20. We were not champions elect at Wembley that day. We were bullied all over the pitch. Champions elect don't get bullied in the pitch. Not like that. Next season is going to be a huge transitional one, and it's going to be a very tough, interesting season for Arne Slot. It'll be when he gets to make his full proper stamp. Oh, sorry, Richard Hughes gets to make his stamp, and Michael Edwards get to make the stamp of the thing. It does appear it'll be a case of, oh no, we're bringing this player in now. Yes, Richard. We're bringing this one. Okay, Richard. We're selling such and such. Okay. That's what it feels like. He feels like he'll end up fighting a losing battle. And he's done a great job this season, don't get me wrong. He's exceeded every fan's expectation. Because I don't believe there was any fan thought, do you know what, we're going to be coming out of the March international break going into April 12 points clear of in the Premier League. I don't think there's any fan around the world expected this. So let's not throw it away, eh? Come on, Liverpool, you can do this. You have to do this. You're Liverpool. Alright, sorry for the rant. That's something I have needed to do. I wanted to have a bit of a say at FSG. Oh, and don't get me started on the journalists and the YouTube channels that go, oh, FSG can do no wrong, FSG are gods, FSG are the 8th wonder of the world. Shut that up. They're not. They're really not. So, any top Reds who want to come on here and say I know nothing because I don't get exclusive access, deal with it. My channel, my thoughts, don't like it, do one. Alright? I've got no time for your self-absorbed bull. I really haven't. I'm a fan. I care for the club. And you can say, watch Cop Talk, watch Red Royal FC, watch Cop Heights of Anfield. True fans who care. They do this because they care. They want to make their voice heard because they care about the club. Not because of exclusive access to interviews and go cooking with Darwin Núñez or whatever. Couldn't give a rat's behind about that. Alright? Couldn't give a flying feck about exclusive access to interviews and whatnot. I just want the club to challenge for honours, be a joy to watch, and just bring a smile back to the people. And Arne Slot's doing an amazing job at doing that, and FSG are doing a brilliant job at trying to not have us do that. That's how it feels. I mean, yes, they brought Arne Slot in. But yeah, just a rant, some thoughts, and that's it. Thank you very much.